was talking to this lady, and on my screensaver, I have the picture of Sahara and my 2 kids' hands on her when I first had her. Hold on, let me insert it. Okay, so that's the picture that I had on my screensaver. And so she asked me about my children. She said, "Is that your only child, your first child?" And I said, "Oh no, that's my 7th baby, lucky 7." And you know, I began to tell her my kids are 31, 26, 25, 18, almost 19, 5, almost 6, 3, almost 4, and 6 weeks. And so basically, overall, her question was, why did I decide to have more kids, and when am I going to stop having children? Am I done having kids, right? And I was a little taken aback initially, but you know, I just answered her questions. I mean, this is somebody I don't know. We're like literally in Home Depot just conversing. But afterwards, I began to think about the reason. And the reason I believe that I have so many children is simple to me. I have been a mother longer than I have not been a mother. I had my first child when I was 15 years old. I turned 15 Halloween, and I had him November 4th. So I've only not been a mother, technically speaking, for 13 years. I have been a mother for almost 31. Well, if you count the pregnancy, it really has been 31 years that I've been a mother, if you count being a mother from pregnancy. So what I know of me is that I'm a mother, right? But why would I start all over again, other than the fact that, dang it, I left my ring. Anyway, other than the fact that, hold on, y'all, because I don't know where I left my ring. Hold on. Okay, y'all. Other than the fact that my husband didn't have children, and when we met, I knew that that was an important thing for him to have children. I wanted children. I wanted more children before I even met him. I wanted more children. It was just so happened that God placed 2 people who wanted children in the same path, and we met and joined each other out of this whole universe. Out of the whole universe, out of all the people in the world, he and I met. Nonetheless, I didn't have a family growing up. I was just placed in families, and I've always felt displaced. I've always felt like I didn't belong. I always felt like I wasn't treated like everyone else was treated. So I can remember as a little girl, I used to fantasize about having my own children, and them being at my house, and it's a holiday, and all the men are in the living room, and they're watching the game, and all the women are cooking in the kitchen, and the kids are running up and down the stairs and making noise and running through the living room, and I'm hollering, telling them to stop running in and out my house. And like, I've always had that vision in my mind, and it was my family. These are my children, their spouses, their children, and they was always at my house for the holiday in my mind. So can I do that with 4 kids? Absolutely. That is very doable with me having the 4 children that I already had. But there was something in me that still felt incomplete. After my 3rd child, even at my 4th child, when I had him, I still felt incomplete. I'm going to be 100% transparent and tell you right now, I still feel incomplete. I don't feel like my parenting journey is completed with 7 children. Now, will I have more children? More than likely not. I probably will not have any more kids, but I don't feel complete. I think because I did not have a mother and I did not have a family, I did not grow up with traditions and beliefs. So I've always wanted to have my own children, to have my own beliefs, my own morals, my own cultures, my own values, my own traditions, that I do with my children. And it'll be my family. And because I feel like I was taken away from what I thought was my family as a child, nobody can ever take my family that I create away from me. One of my cousins told me, she said, I felt some kind of way about, your post that you put up, saying that you're only focusing on the family you created, not the one that you came from. But wholeheartedly, 10,000%, I am focused on the family I created, not the one I came from. And that's not a dig at the family that I came from. It's just real. And that's just really what I'm focused on. So the bottom line is, am I done having kids? More than likely, yes. Well, if I had to bet money, I would bet money that Sahara Jade is our last child. In my heart, am I done having kids? No. I feel like there's a void. There is a void in my life. And I'm trying to fill this void with having children. And I know that that's ineffective coping mechanisms. That's exactly what it is. What it is an ineffective coping mechanism. I am trying to cope with my childhood trauma by having children to heal the pain that I felt as a child. But that's only a band-aid. And that's the only option that I have, because you cannot heal. I don't have the time or the energy or even the people to go back and heal my childhood. The people I really want to talk to are gone on to glory. I really want to talk to my grandma. I really want to talk to my dad. I can talk to my biological mom because she's here. But how long am I going to beat that horse? Until I'm healed? Is that fair? How many times does she have to say she's sorry? The brain makes decisions based on the information that it has. And based on the information that she has, she did the best that she could. And the best that she could do was give me to somebody who could take care of me better than she could. And that's what she did. And I'm grateful to her for that. And she doesn't have to ever say she's sorry for that again.